There we go. Ah. That was scored by Matic. Apparently I had my microphone off like a noob. 10:20 left in the first period. Ben Richard with the puck. He's going to take it in. Going a little wide. Shot in. It's a goal. That first one killed off the power play for the Nova Scotia Stars. They're out of the box. Let me clean that off the screen. Mika Privé wins that face-off, back to Ben Valpin. He dumps it into the zone. They're going to call that icing. We're going to go the far side.
I think he thought he was like 4 inches closer than he was.
Face off to the left of Brielle in the Kraft inner zone. Face off won by NS Stars. KD tries to pick that off, unable to. He having trouble staying up there. Big block by Brielle. Block shot in the corner there by, I don't know who that was. I think it was Brody. Kraft inner picks it up. They're trying to get it out. They send it off the backside of Why Not. Block shot by Ben Valpin, sends it high over Brielle. Nova Scotia Stars with the puck. And they're able to keep that from going in. Block shot by Ben. No goal. It's under the pad. It's under the pad. They're going to give a scuffle over there.
Celebrating like it went in.
NS Stars is running a 3-line system over here. Mika Privé taking the face off. He wins that face off, no question. Over around the corner over to Phil. Picked back up by Louis. Louis is going to take it behind. Pops it over to Matteo. He gets it out of the zone. He's going to run with it. It gets blocked. Mika comes back to pick it up. He's going to send that over to Phil. Or not. He's going to run with it. Oh, backside. Block shot on the net. It was going to be a pass. Battling in the corner, out to Phil. He tries to flick it in, unable. It's gonna pop out to Louis. Louis picks it up, takes a shot towards the net. It gets deflected by Mika wide. KD picks it back up, sends it out front. Trying desperately to get that in, unable to get it in. Back behind the net. They're gonna chase that down. Mika's going in. Picked up by Phil. He takes a shot towards the net. It goes wide. Ben's going to give chase. He gets toe drugged around. Phil's going to come at him. He goes right around. And shot gets blocked by Brielle and sent wide of the net. Unable to clear it out of the zone. Almost with the pick. Got a 2-on-2. Big back check coming. Shot right on Brielle. She stops it with ease. 7:22 left in the first period. Face off won by KD. They're going to send it out towards the side of the zone. It pops out. Malik sends it over to Brody. Brody's coming in hard. He's going to pass it back. Not quite where he wanted it. Close. Malik's going to send it back over. Shot on net there. NS Stars gets their pass picked by Leo Hall. Kind of hard to see in the corner there, but there's all kinds of battling going on. Pass up to point. Front man unable to get it in. And we're offside. It gets smacked in by Ben Balpin, deep into the zone. Mika's going to give chase. They pass it over. Ben's able to stop that from happening. Goes for a shot towards. Mika chases back around the back of the net. Henri keeps it in, taps it around back. Over to Ben. Ben's going to play the body instead of the puck. Mika over to Ben. Ben trying to get it to Phil, not quite able to. We're going to put pressure. Nova Scotia Stars able to complete that pass. They get it behind the net. It's going to get picked up by, not quite picked up by Kraft Dinner. It's a scramble out front. The puck's out. It goes wide of the net. There we go. Puck breaking out. That is Louis with, it gets poked. We got lucky on a line change there. Phil over to Ben. Ben's going to regroup. He's going to go wide. It doesn't go through. Gets popped up over the stick. Gets a chase. Louis gets there first. Mateo takes it off of Louis. Pass up gets picked. And then regrouped. Mika takes it in. E gets taken out, nets off. 5 minutes, 7 seconds left in the first period. Face off won by NS Stars. Leo picks it up, sends it back. It gets popped out. They got to regroup on the offside. They're going to jump back in now. It pops out again. Pass completed. Henri with the puck. He's going to drive up. And he's offside. Face off just outside the NS Stars zone. Face off won by Kraft Dinner. Over to Louis from Mateo. Picked up by Phil. Sent it over and deflected off of NS Star's stick. It's in the feet. They're going to try and get it out, not able to. Ben Richard with the puck. Way over to Louis. Louis is going to walk in, take a shot. And it's a blocked shot. Face off to the left side of the Stars goalie. Won by Kraft Dinner. It's going to get chased down and not quite able to cut in the zone. We're going to regroup. He's going to bring it in and take a shot. It is blocked. NS Stars picks it up. They send it up the side. Not able to get it out of the zone. Blocked by Louis. Backhand shovel by Phil. Unable to get it in, gets intercepted by the Stars. Pass by the Stars, gets picked. Up to Phil. Phil's going to go wide. He gets joined. Shot on net. Blocked it. Stars regroup. They're going to try and bring it up. They're going to get all kinds of pressure. Apparently we're getting called for that. .318 left in the first period. Face off won by Kraft Dinner. They're going to try and clear it out of the zone, not quite able to. Ben chases it into the corner. Plays puck protection. Comes out with it. Sends it deep into the corner. Picked up by Nova Scotia Stars. They pass it forward. A little bit of tuffling behind the net there. Tussle. Nova Scotia Stars sends it forward. They can't complete. No! Oh. Face off won by Kraft Dinner. Picked up by Mateo. Chipped forward off the boards. Stars send it up to their lead person. They bring it in. We're offside. Face off just outside the Star zone. Won by Kraft Dinner. Bender started with the puck. He passes it up to Phil. Phil with a chip deep into the corner. Comes out in front of the goalie. They keep it in play. Mika gives chase. Picked off by Ben again. Ben's going to bring it around. He sends it to Louis. Louis going to walk it a little bit. Sends it back into the corner. Mika gives a chase. On the far side, picked up by Mateo. Chipped back around the boards. Mika picks it up in behind. Sends it off the back of the net. Ben picks it up on the far side. Picked off by the Stars player. They dump it deep into the zone. Picked up behind the net by Ben. Louis given a battle. Mika picks up the battle puck. Sends it up to Phil. Phil's got help. He's going to go wide, and they're offside. Face off right in front of the Stars bench. Won by the Stars. They dump it up. Over to Bertin, up to Leo Hall. Leo's going to run it. Misses the shot, leaves it behind for his partner. Shot on net. Blocked by the goalie. Out front, shot again on net. Kicked out by the goalie. Another shot on net. It doesn't quite trickle in time. Louis picks it up, tries to put it back in. He's unable. And the Stars have someone trying to play the cherry picker. Out front, another block shot. Shot on towards the net, to the corner. Stars with it behind their net. They pass it forward. He misses. Slap shot towards the net by Baltin. They chip it out of the zone. Chip back in. Malik able to keep it in. No, that's Leo. Malik's got it now. Malik's going to go for the pass. It gets intercepted by the goalie's stick. They're giving chase. And that's the end of the first period.
So you got the other one for the boys?
Yeah.
We got to figure it out. I got shots on that. I got the boys. But by the way, 16 times. That's got to be 10% plus minus. Pretty cool.
Apparently we're switching sides this time. Face off won by Kraft Dinner. They're going to chase it deep into the corner. Louis picks it up, sends it around the boards. Tried to be picked up by Ben, not quite able to. Matteo with the puck. He's going to pass it up to the front man. That's Phil Martin. Chips it off of his stick. They get it out of the zone. Picked up on the backside by Louis. He's going to send it over to Matteo. Matteo up to Ben. Ben gets it taken from him. We're going to try and keep it in. This is a terrible angle. Not sure what we're calling that, but it's a something. Oh, puck went over the boards. Face off won by Kraft Dinner. It's tipped hard. I don't think it was going anyways. Brody Smith with it in the corner. He tries to get it out front. Just gets deflected wide of Malik LeBlanc's stick. Malik loses it. They're giving chase here. Starts with possession. They chip it out of the zone down the center. Then Balpin's going to give a run for it. He's going to pick it up. He's going to go back around the net. Nope, he's going to go around the side. Trying to pass it out front, it gets deflected. Brody's going to give chase to it. Cuts in front of the net. Malik's going to try again. They pass it forward. They're not quite able to keep it in the zone. That should be an ice, but isn't. Battle in the corner. It gets popped out. Shot by the Stars. Block shot by Brody. Big shot to the shins. Brody's picked it back up. He's not fazed by it at all. Up to lead man Leo. He chases it off that deflection into the corner. He keeps it going. Out to Phil Martin. Phil shoots it just wide of the net. Shot towards the net by Matteo. It gets stick down. It's a high stick. Waved off. Shot on the net. Goes wide. And it's covered by the goalie. Face off to the left side of the Stars goalie. Stars win that. Ben gets knocked down. Battle for the puck. It comes out with the Stars with it. Chase in. Phil gives a good stick on it. Tries to pass it out front. Picked off by the Stars. Mateo's going to grab it on the boards. Sends it back. Stars are going to break out of the zone. They stay onside. Shot. Block. Actually hit the side of the net. Louis with the pass. They're going to call it icing. Face off to the left of Brielle. Linesman blows that down. Clock's still running. He stopped. Nope, it's still going. Yeah, on the clock. We lost about 20 seconds on that. He's all messed up in the box there. Stars come out with it. Picked back up by Kraft Dinner. They're going to try and get it out. Not quite able to. Picked off by... That is Leo Hall. Brody gets it out. He's going to bring it in. Trying desperately to stay onside. He's able to. Leo chases it in. He loses an edge. Goes into the boards hard. He gets back up. Malik's able to take that. He's going to chase it down. Over and blocked by the goalie. Second shot blocked by the goalie. And a wraparound and in. Face-off brought back into the zone here. Ben Richard with the puck. He tries to tip it forward. It gets picked off by the Stars. 2-on-2. They toe drag around. It gets picked off. Mateo with the puck. He sends it up. Ben Richard able to get around. He goes through. And they're going to call that offside. Face off just outside the Stars zone. Picked up by Kraft Dinner. It gets poked back. They're trying to stay onside. They were able to. That's a goal for the Stars. Face off one by Kraft Dinner. Ben Baltin dumps the puck in, picked up by the Stars. It makes its way back out. He puts it back in. They tag up. We're still offside. I'm not sure why he blew that down. He blew the whistle for nothing. Ben Baltin chases it into the corner. Comes out with Leo with the puck. Leo gets it stripped. They're going to give a battle in the corner there. They've got him pinned pretty hard. They're going to go for the front man. Goes through his feet. Chased into the corner. Stars pick it up. They chip it up the boards. Leo Hall's going to give a chase into the corner. Stars dump it around. It gets picked up by Malik. Stars come up with the puck. Backhand pass. We pick it up on the line change. We're able to keep on side. I don't know how. Shot deflected high by the goalie. Giving battle to it. Ref's yelling to move the puck. There's 6 players in that pile. Stars come out with it. Chipped on the boards. Picked up by Louis. They're calling something. I don't know what it is. Hooking. Really? Offensive zone hook? No. That's Ben Richard going for a hook. Face off to the left of Brielle. Oh. Face off won by Kraft Dinner. They bring it back into the zone. They're going to bring it up. That's Brody Smith with the puck. He brings it wide. Shot on net, and it's a goal! 5-hole from his knees. Toronto. Yeah. Brody with the puck again. Shot on net. It's deflected wide by the goalie. Pressure there in the circle. It gets picked up by Malik. Malik sends it over front, and a goal! Leo Hall will get that one. Time of that goal is 3:53 in the second. Face-off picked up by NS Stars. They get it poked away and pick it back up. Shot towards the net, it goes behind. Phil Martin's going to pick that up off the boards. He's going to try and send it over, and he does. Gets deflected wide. Back into the defensive zone. It gets slapped down the ice. They're going to call icing on that. Face-off won by Kraft Dinner, gets shot behind the back of the net, up to the front man. Ben puts it over the top of the stick of the NS Stars. Stars do pick it up though. They dump it back on a backhand. They're not able to get offside. Onside apparently. I disagree.
All my opinions. It's my platform now.
Ben with the puck down low, odd angle, over to Phil Martin. Phil's going to drop it all alone. Shot on, it goes in! Another goal. Face-off picked up by Kraft Dinner, picked off again by number 97 for the NS Stars. They dump it in. It's whistled as an icing. Face-off's going to be the left side of the Stars goalie. That's Leo Hall taking the face off. He wins it. Oh, almost gets the shot off by Brody. Ben Baltin able to keep it in before it crosses the line. Picked up by Stars. Chipped off the Stars' chest. Out front. They lay a stick on it. We're not going to be able to keep that in. It gets out. That goes over to Henri. Able to stay on side. Brody gets a little bit of a check there. Nothing bad. Just a little love tap. Brody picks it up behind the net. Gonna go for the wraparound, not able to. Shot towards the net off the stick of one of the Stars players. He gets chased in by Leo, pops up high off the glass, and slap shot in by Henri. Malik's got it. He tries to pass it out, gets caught up in a stick. They're gonna chase it. It's not gonna be iced. Henri picks it up in the corner, takes it behind the net. He stops and he regroups. Pressure from the front of the net by Stars, but it pushes over. Mika's got the puck now. Him and Ben are going up. Over to Ben Richard. Ben's got it. Takes a shot. He rips it off the bar and up. Mika's got it again in the corner. Pass out front, goes off the side of the net. Mika's going to give chase into the corner. Phil's able to get it out. And get it back again. Ben picks it up. It gets right off the shins of the Stars forward. Gets dumped back in, picked up by the Stars. Ben's going to give chase. Both sides have a chase. Ben picks it up. Parents on the Stars looking for it. Oh, they're able to keep it in. Barely. It gets picked up by the Stars. This is why not with the puck. He gets bodied and gives up the puck. It gets picked up by Louis. Louis sends it up to Ben. Ben over to Phil. Phil's not quite able to get it. It landed in his feet. Off the boards, Mika picks it up. Out front, off the Stars. They pick it up. They try to send it out. Louis is going to keep it in. Louis chips it further in. Over to Ben. Ben's got options. Opts for the shot. It goes high and wide. Louis got the puck. He protects it, brings it in, over to Mika. Mika rings it off the goalie's mask and gets it out of the zone. It's a foot race. It's a 2-on-1. Oh, it lands up in Louis' skates. Oh! That was awful close to not counting. Leo Hall at center ice for this face-off. Stars figuring their stuff out, didn't have any defense on. It's won by the Stars. Stars go wide. Pressure given. Goes behind the net. They're going to pick it up with their defense. Almost gets picked off by Leo. Out front, picked up by Ben. Audie's going to take it around the back. I don't think he got quite a amount of heat he wanted on that. Good poke. Oh, off the skate. They're going to call that offside. I don't know what I think about that, but I'll take it. It's in our favor. Chipped into the neutral zone. Mika takes that off of his stick. He goes down. Then gives a stick to Power. Then Valtin picks it up behind the net, sends it up to Phil Maltin. It pops out of the zone. They bring it back in. Collins. Shot. Brielle with the glove save. Face-off won by Stars. Brody with it behind the net. Brody's going to chip it around. Going to bring it forward. He's joined by Malik and Leo. He gets it tipped. He gets behind the net. Passes it out to Malik. Shot blocked by the forward, by the center from the Stars. Stars gets it ripped away from him. He's going to pass it over. Not quite able to make it happen. Leo's got it. In the corner, you can't see it very well. I can't either. Pops out in front of the Zamboni doors. Brody's got it here. He passes it over to Malik. It goes right around. Matteo picks it up on the first. Oh, it pops his stick. Able to recover. Keep it in the zone even too. Brody's going to chase it in. They're going to try and wrap it and get it out. They're not able to. Louis goes down, but he keeps it in. That is Leo with the puck there in the corner. He backhands it against the back of the net. Stars pop it off the boards. It gets picked up. Sent back out of the zone. Stars are offside. Face off just outside the KD zone. Face off won by Stars. Henri with the puck. He's going to go for a little bit of a skate. And he's going to keep going. And back. They're keep falling for it. Sends it over to Phil. Phil's able to chip it out. I don't know where the puck is. It's on the boards. It's up in the zone. They're going to give chase. Come around the backside. They're going to try and chip it out. He wipes out and literally blows a tire there. His stick gets caught up in Ben's skates. Ben Richard with the puck. Keeps it onside. Gets it taken away from him. Mika gets it in the corner. His pass gets intercepted. They send it up to their front person. It gets blocked by Henri. It comes out of the zone. They dump it back in and tag. They go for a line change. Ben Baltin's going to pick it up. He's going to wheel it. Oh, he goes to send it and missed. It comes back in the zone, picked up by Henri. Henri's going to go round 2 on this. He sends it up. It gets picked. Comes out of the zone. They go back in. They're onside. Lots of stick work going on in there. Nobody goes down. Stars come out of that with the puck. Ben Baltin picks it up in behind. He hits the ref with it. Right in the shoulder. He's going to feel that. Malik with the chip around him. It's a one-on-one. Shot goes up high and over. Picked back up by Ben Richard. He goes wide around, sends it back to Matteo. Matteo dumps it on net. Brody picks it back up, spins around. He's going to go for the wrap. Nope. Shot by Leo. It goes up and over. Malik giving it a try this time. He's going to get joined by Leo. Leo picks it up, brings it out. Oh, he gives it up. Stars with a very high man. They keeps onside. They get it ripped away from him by Leo. Comes in from behind. Leo's going to take it. Goes wide, takes a shot, rips it right into the goalie. Malik picks it up. Malik sends it out front. It gets picked up by the end of the Stars player. He just changed on. It exits the zone. They're trying to figure out what's going on here. They're calling an ice. Face off to the left of the Stars goalie. That's Mika taking it. Phil Martin picks it up off of that, tries to send it over to Ben Richard. Not quite able to put a stick on it. Ben does pick it up though. Mika out front, deflection on the goalie's pad. Out to the goal, out to the defense. That was Henri. Sends it back in. Comes out Ben Baltin. Slap shot into Ben Richard. Ben Richard out front. It goes through everybody. Henri working to keep it in. He's not able to. Stars pick it up in a 2-on-1. Big back check happening here. They dump it into the corner. They're going to try and get into position. Gets blocked up in some skates. Mika comes out with it. He goes down. Somehow able to lay the heel of his stick onto it and keep it in possession. Back into the corner. Stars player completely missed on that one. Henri with the puck in behind. He missed on that shot. It worked out. Tip. Mika with it. He tips it again. It's a foot race. It's a 2-on-0. And it's a call. Not quite far enough out for a penalty shot, I think, unfortunately. Oh, it is a penalty shot. Mika's got the penalty shot here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. There we go. The refs are sending everybody into the bench. Oh, big goal, Mika! KD bring it into the zone. He goes over top. Kept in. Shot. Oh, just wide. Deflected wide by the goalie. Picked back up by... That's Brody Smith. I'm going to zoom back in here a little bit further. Maybe get you a better view. They're going to call a holding penalty on the Stars. No, hooking. Sorry, not holding. Hooking. I can't tell what her number is. McKinnon, I think. Four minutes, 20 seconds left in the third period. Face-off won by Kraft Dinner. They pop it on towards the net. Another shot on net there. Walked in and shot on net by Mateo. Ben picks it up in the corner. He gets shoved down. Mateo, oh, it pops out. And no. Picked up by Mika off of that. Odd angle shot, goes super high over Brielle. Phil with the puck. Passes it way over to Ben. Ben's going to go even wider. Brings it back around. Shot on net by Phil. They whistle it down. Face-off poked forward by Stars. Slap shot in by Henri. Picked up as a pass. And the shot and a goal. Malik with that one. And that Stars back to full strength. Face-off picked up by Kraft Dinner. Ben Valtin with a Pass against the boards. Comes out, why not with it, sends it towards the net. It gets deflected wide by a Kraft Dinner. I think it was a stick, might have been a skate. We got something going on here. Interference. Looks like he's going for interference. They should have kept Bad Boys going for that. Three minutes left in the third period with the Nova Scotia Stars power play. Face-off won, I'm not sure who won, but picked up by Kraft Dinner. They send it down the ice. They're going to give chase. Brody gives him a hard chase around the corner. It escapes the zone. They're going to send it back in. Slap shot off the stick. We're going to try this again. Shot goes wide, played by the goalie. Kraft Dinner goes for a line change. They get all cleaned up. Kept in the zone. Tripped. No call. Chipped out. Goes over Leo's stick. Coming in. Angled out. Brielle with a big stop. Shovel it back in. They keep it in. Lou's trying to get it out there. Pass over to the other defensive on the other side. Malik's going to give chase. Going for a big shot in. It missed. Went through everybody. Went through a high stick. Out of the zone. They call that offside. I agree. Face off just outside Kraft Dinner zone on the far side. I'd say the face-off was won there by the Stars. It doesn't quite come out of the zone. Picked up by Mika. He tries to put it through the feet. He's not able to. They get caught on the back. Shot on net. Brielle with the glove save. Face-off won by Stars. Comes back to their D. They get it up front, way up front. Comes out off of Ben Balpin's skates. They go for the back door. They miss. Clear down the ice. 3 seconds left in the penalty. 2-1 and back to full strength. They're calling it a high stick. 58.5 seconds left. Mika with the face-off. Mika wins it. Back to Ben. Ben with the shot on net. Blocked by the goalie. There's a bit of something going on up there. They're calling it a no goal. I don't know they're winning. I can't really see from here, just like you. I think the net popped off. No, not quite. It was in the net. I just think it was after the whistle. 53.4 seconds left in the third. Mika back for the face-off again. Face-off picked up by the Stars. Phil Maltin with the shot. Goes wide of the net. Mika's going to give chase. They keep it in the zone. And it comes out. Pass over to their front man. Almost knocked over my tripod. They got them all tied up over there. 25 seconds left. 3-on-1 over there against Ben. Stars come out with the puck. Mika picks it up, tries to send it through the feet, it doesn't make it. Ben Richard's going to go for a skate. He goes for a stretch pass all the way up to Phil. Phil sends it over to Mika. They get taken down, and that's the end of it.
Player of the game for home team NS Stars, number 41, Leo Hayward. Player of the game for visitor team KE, number 97, Leo Hall.
Leo Hall, player of the game for Crop Dinner. All right, our division is 1 game left. We'll know tomorrow what we're playing, but based on the 2 wins, we are probably playing at 7:45 in the morning in Sackville. So I'll be there. If I got reception, I'll keep this going. Have a good night, everyone.
So where's the game tomorrow and what time?
As long as we finish first,
Yeah.